Hi friends, it's been a beautiful day in Nashville. It's been sunny and warm, which is really unusual for February, so I'm enjoying that as much as I can. And I thought I would make a blog before the sun goes down while there's still some light. Um, I wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind, and that is the roles that we play as men and women, and how we are supposed to look at each other, and how the Bible treats men and women. And in Joshua, where I've been reading, it talks about the story of Rahab. And Rahab was a prostitute who ended up saving Joshua and the other soldiers, and ultimately her whole family was saved because she helped them. And her family and her ended up dwelling with the Israelites because when they needed her, she hid them and helped them take over Jericho. So Rahab was a prostitute, and she's actually mentioned in the lineage of Jesus, which is amazing. There's a great book about it called The Lineage of Grace by Francine Rivers, and she elaborates on the story of each woman mentioned in Jesus' genealogy. And she's one of them, and she's a prostitute. And that just makes me realize how Jesus and how God relate to women. And I just love this. I love this. Jesus never looked at a woman for just her sexuality, even if she was a prostitute. And that seems so, I bet, that's so uncommon. That's probably so hard for people to look at a woman and look at a prostitute even and not sexualize her and just look at her for what she's doing. And we see that Jesus did that. And Jesus was a friend of women. He talked to women, even though that was not common. He let a woman who was unclean, she even touched him, and that healed her. And women were even donating money and funding his ministry. So I just love how Jesus really respects women. And even when he was on a cross, he was thinking about his mom and making sure she was going to be taken care of. So I love that. I love how he cared for women. And men, I just want to let you know, if you happen to look at women and your mind goes to just wanting to sexualize them and just look at them for what they can do for you or the role that they could play in your life, really, you're missing out, because women have so much more to offer. They are smart, they're intelligent, they're warm, they're nurturing, they are creative, they're friends. They are, we're so much more than something to be sexualized. And I think that it's a big lie from the enemy that men have to think about sex every 7 to 10 seconds or something like that, because I'm pretty positive that by seeing the interactions of Jesus and women, he was not thinking about sex every 7 to 10 seconds. And I think that that's just a worldly standard, because yes, if you let your mind go there, I'm sure you could, but if we renew our minds and if we take every thought captive, we'll be able to look at the opposite sex with more than just sexualizing them. We'll be able to humanize them and take them from being just female or just male and look at them as whole people, just like us. People with strengths and weaknesses and vulnerabilities and things to offer other than just sexualizing them. And the same for women. I mean, we can look at men, and instead of seeing them as whole people, we can look at them just for what they can do for us, how they could validate us or give us attention or take care of us or, whatever we're looking for from men. And so that's just something that in the past few years I've really been trying to adopt, is looking at men as whole people and as brothers and looking out for what is best for them, not just what can they do for me and how they can give me attention or make me feel. And men, try to look at women as sisters and not just as things to, think about in a sexual way. And I know that you're not, and that you're trying not to. I'm not condemning you. I'm encouraging you that it is possible to look at each other, look at the opposite sex as a whole and not with this us and them mentality and, you know, treating them as if they're not people just like us. And so that's what I'm learning. And I hope it encourages you just to be able to get the most you can out of the opposite sex by seeing them as a whole and respecting them as a whole and not just as male or female. So yeah, that's my message for today, and I hope you got something from it, and I hope that helps you in your relationships. And yeah, let me know what you think, because this is definitely a topic worth discussing, because I want to be able to relate to men in a healthy way, and I want them to be able to relate to women in a healthy way. So yeah, tell me what you think in your comments below. Okay, thanks. Bye.